Welcome back students. So today we are going to study history subject of a social science part. In history we are going to study weavers, iron smelters and factory owners. Okay, so here children, this lesson we are taking it as a revision part of yours. Okay children, and the main theme of this chapter is it tells the story of the crafts and industries of India during British rule by focusing on two industries, that is textile and iron and steel industries. Well, in this lesson we are going to see the history of textile industries as well as iron and steel industries. In short, I like to say you like this. Okay children, both these industries were crucial for the industrial revolution in the modern world. Mechanized production of cotton textiles made Britain the foremost industrial nation in the 19th century, and when its iron and steel industry started growing from the 1850s, Britain came to be known as the workshop of the world. So children, here you can see that when the situation has been totally changed, here you can see that this lesson is going to tell the story of two important industries, that is cotton textile industries as well as the iron and steel industries. How the development, how the industrial revolution has been taken place, and it has turned the Britain into a workshop of the world. Okay, all the story it is going to deal with this. Well, the industrialization of Britain had a close connection with the conquest and colonization of India. When Britain started conquering India and when it has established its colony in India in the 16th century, European trading companies began buying Indian textile for sale in Europe. So children, in ancient days there was a great demand for the Indian commodities, children. Indian commodities and Indian spices and Indian precious stones were in great demand in the England and in the European market, and this situation has been exploited by the Britain people, and they arrived to India in the name of the British East India Company to do trade in India, but slowly this trade relationship that has been turned into conquest, okay, and it also resulted into the industrial revolution in the world. Okay children, the industrialization of Britain had a close connection with the conquest and colonization of India. So here you can see that how the British people, they shown their interest in the trade, but later on what they did, they conquered the important territories of India, and up to the decade the whole India that came under the control of the Britisher. Okay children, the company was buying goods in India and exporting them to England and Europe, making profit through this sale. With the growth of industrial production, British industrialists began to see India as a vast market for their industrial products. Like this, the industrial development has been taken place in the England. Okay children? So next, here you can see that this was all the history of the textile. Okay, so the huge amount of raw materials were exported from India to England for the development of Britain industries. Okay children, so here when the terms come for the textiles, Indian textiles and the world market. So children, around 1750, before the British conquered Bengal, India was by far the world's largest producer of cotton textiles. Indian textiles had long been renowned both for their fine quality and exquisite craftsmanship. They were extensively traded in Southeast. So our Indian textile that has been going to be traded from the Southeast Asia, that is from Java, Sumatra and Penang. Okay, from these areas the Indian textile has to be going to be exported. So these trade started from this area and got a huge European trading market, and our textile is going to be sale in the Europe. Okay, so memories of this flourishing trade and the craftsmanship of Indian weavers is preserved in many words, still current in English and other languages. It is interesting to trace the origin of such words. So, like this, the cotton textile has been developed. Okay, children, and here the textile also has been given some name. Okay, so lastly we discussed words tell us history. Well, words like muslin and calico, it is going to tell a story in themselves only. Okay, children. So here you can see that European traders first encountered fine cotton cloth from India carried by Arab merchants in Mosul in present day Iraq. So in Iraq one area is there. Its name is Mosul. Okay, from this area Arab merchants were exporting the cloth that is called as muslin. Okay, the muslin name has been derived from the area that is Mosul. Okay, children, a word that acquired wide currency. Okay, so this was all about the muslin cloth. Okay, next we will move to the calico. So how we are going to get the name calico? Well, children, when the Portuguese first came to India in search of spices, they landed in Calicut on the Kerala coast in southwest India. The cotton textile which they took back to Europe along with the spices came to be called as calico. Okay, so the Europeans, they carried the cotton cloth and the spices along with the area that is called as Calicut. From this area we are going to derive the name that is calico. Like this, the textile calico came into existence. Okay, children, next we will move to talk about the Tata Iron and Steel Company, which has been established in 1912 for the producing of steel. Okay, children, the industrialization of Britain had a close connection with the conquest and colonization of India. English East India Company interest in trade led to the occupation of the territory, and pattern of trade changed over the decades. In the late 18th century, the company was buying goods in India and exporting them to England and Europe, making profit through the sale. As already I said you children, here each and every country was eagerly waiting to have trade relationship with India. Why this happens so children? Because here you can see that Indian commodities were great demand in the European market. For this purpose, the British, they arrived in India and they acquired the trade place, and slowly what they did, they started occupying the important territories of India. And what happened children, here up to the decade they started ruling on us, and here when the rule of the British that came into India, at that time there was a great export of the goods to England and Europe. Like this, by exporting the raw materials, here the company is to make more profit. Okay children, so I hope up to this the concept is clear. Okay, we will move forward. Okay, with the growth of industrial production, British industrialists began to see India as a vast market for their industrial products, and very soon manufactured goods from Britain began flooding India. This badly affected Indian crafts and industries. So children, here you can see that when Britisher, they invaded India, here industrial development has been taken place children, and here you can see that India was rich in all sources children. So along with all rich sources, India became a main place to supply its raw materials to the England. It became a main place to supply the raw materials to the England. So as you know that children, the British, they have acquired the areas. Okay, they have acquired the areas and the huge wealth that was going to the England. Like this, there was a development of England industries. Okay children, and here when the England industries has been developed, the Indian crafts and industries has to be affected very badly, and Indian textile and Indian industries, they came into decline. Okay, so how we are going to understand this situation? Well, just take the example of Indian textile. Needless to say that Indian textiles were world famous for their quality and craftsmanship. From the 16th century, European trading companies began buying Indian textiles for sale in Europe. Here, it is worth mentioning that Indian textiles were famous in Western markets under the different name, that is muslin, calico. Okay, so these were the important names of the textile. So children, in this lesson we learnt. What we learnt? We revised all the points. So here we learnt that how the Britishers came to India and how they acquired the important territories, and when they acquired the important territories, Indian textile, it met to the world market. And you know that children, Indian textile, it was great in demand in the European markets, and a small company that is called as the East India Company, it was making a huge profit through the India. Okay, so like this, the Britishers, they grew up. Around 1750, when the British conquered Bengal. You know that children, Bengal was a rich province. So it was rich in all spheres. When they acquired Bengal, automatically all the Indian commodities along with the taxation which has been collected from the Indians, this was also really made very profitable for the Britishers. This also made very profitable for the Britishers. By selling the Indian commodities, they were becoming rich children. Along with these children, here you can see that whatever tax that has been collected from the acquired territories in India, those were spent as a tax for the British government. Okay, like this, the Britishers were under the profit. Okay, and each and everyone, they were getting profit in India through the East India Company children. Okay, so here along with this we also learned that words tells us history. Words that is like muslin and calico. These are the two important clothes. Okay, so these are also going to tell a different story. So how we derived this name children here? Well, muslin we are going to derive from the Arab merchants. So Mosul it is a area at present Iraq. Through this area, the Arab merchants, they has to carry the cotton clothes. Okay children, so the muslin name has been derived from the Mosul. Okay children, like this we got the name muslin. Next we also discussed about the calico cloth. Well children, when the Portuguese first time they came to India, they arrived to the Calicut. Okay, so through this area what they did, they sent their important commodities to the European market children. Okay, like this here calico also came into existence. Okay, I hope you liked this revision section. If you not understood this lesson, if my points are not clear, you can call me or you can contact me on my WhatsApp number. I will clarify your doubts. Okay children, please study hard, take care of yourself and do the best. Okay, with this hope, I will finish this revision section and we will meet in the next session. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Take care of yourself, children.